Hello everyone and welcome back to the Battlefield Siege Run here, and we have a special episode today. Today is Wednesday, and everyone knows Wednesday, maybe you don't, as hump day. So just humor me with this. You're a 12-hour steel mill worker. You're working through Monday, Tuesday. You're like, my God, how are we getting through this? How's this neoliberalist culture getting me to where I need to be? You see a little light at the end of the tunnel. A little small little light. How am I going to get to Friday? You click on this video and what do you see? You see a middle-aged man playing a white weenie deck. Welcome to White Weenie Wednesdays. In front of you is the glorious Pauper deck known as White Weenies. I play this a lot on my channel, maybe a bit too much, but it is one of the best decks I think right now. Especially in 2025, I think this is probably the best list you can run. A lot of people running the Mishla Bugle list, but this time round, we're running back what got a good 5-0 last time, which was these summon chocos still. We're running the battle screeches. So the chocos, we've got the battle screeches, and the squadron hawks. This has been quite powerful, and you can see it in the leagues anyway, of the ability to discard cards and get the virtual card advantage and play the hawks to the board, discarding battle screeches, discarding prismatic strands. This deck is good. It's nice mid-range. Everything kind of replaces itself. A couple tweaks that I've made with the sideboarding. I've seen a lot of elves right now, which I'm kind of sick of. So I'm just hedging more with that. I'm bringing in more holy lights. And I've also, I haven't seen burn for a little bit still, but it's still one of the highest percentages. So we're still running all these Martyr of Sands as well. I am sick of Jund and losing to Jund. So I am running some Power Sentinels on top of that. And just putting the other strands in the sideboard as well. So yeah, some tweaks, but I think this is probably the best list you can run with so far. So yes, welcome to White Weenie Wednesdays or Weenie Wednesdays, and let's get straight into it. All right, we are on the draw here. Hand's fine, got 1-drops, got removal spells. Hopefully we're playing against burn. Oh, not elves, please not elves. Please not elves. Okay, so this is kind of weird. We can kind of semi-win sometimes against Bogles. So I did have a 5-0 where I won against them. Prismatic Strands is very strong, so it's a fog that stops lifelink. And if the Bogle doesn't get Spirit Link or the Cloak, then we're in a pretty good place. So yeah, they can just jam whatever they want. It might even be quite real getting rid of the Abundant Growth if that's their only white source. And then playing the creatures on the following turn. Yeah, if they don't play a land here, that's exactly what I'm doing. They didn't even attack either. Let's just attack first and see what they do. Again, we do need to try and beat them. But you can see what I mean. So Bogles can generally have quite a low land count as well. So let's just hit this enchantment. You have to get these weird little edges here and there. Next turn, it can be worth it to do a little bit of deck thinning with the Squadron Hawk. So they draw the forest, they get him for 3 here. If they're attacking though, I might just play the veteran Thraben Inspector and then we can just get to town. Okay. Let's just play the 3 veterans because I feel like if we do want to kind of race here and having the most amount of lifelink can get us there. Essentially, we can go quite wide. We do need another planes quite desperately, but we can go quite wide and then play an Anthem effect. So the Choco, we've got the rallies. We're running quite a high version of it this time around. And then I'm quite happy to snap off a block here if this is their only creature. All right, so this is the white source. So yeah, Spirit Link is the problem child here. Yeah, Ethereal Armor. So look, we're going to just take this. It just gets a bit interesting when they have the Cloak. So hopefully we just draw a land and we can play Thraben and a Squadron Hawk. And then hopefully we can chain the strands. So realistically, if they go land and they go Ancestral Mask and it's 2, 4, 6, 12... Yeah, that won't kill me. Armadillo Cloak won't kill me. And then we just try and get into business with the screeches and stuff. So let's just attack with everything. And just commit as much as we can to this board, because we can technically win with some strand action. And also so we can fog twice where the lifelink doesn't matter. And let's do the Squadron Hawk, because this thins the deck as well. So hopefully we can, because I feel it's so bad beats when you draw the one of the other copies of the Squadron Hawk. Get this moto lag with the selection. There we go. All three, baby, come to Papa. It doesn't just like fill you with joy when you get 3 Hawks from your deck. Yeah, so this looks like an Armadillo Cloak. Oh, that's even better. Yeah, so this can't kill me either. We just take this. They have to keep doing this. And now really depending on what they do, they still have to attack with their creature. But what do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's just attack. We do essentially need to draw a Screech though, otherwise we're pretty boned. Yeah, let's just pass. And Vigilance is good. Means they don't have lifelink though. In. So let's just cast these strands. And same if we draw another strands, it's pretty good. Pretty sure I put the 4th strands in the sideboard for this version of the deck. Let's just name green. Yeah, it's a very uphill battle. We really do need to draw a Guardian's Pledge now. Maybe we should slow them down a little bit with the Thraben Charm. Yeah, I can imagine this is just another creature. Yeah, Sulhana. So interesting that can't actually block creatures with flying. All right, well that was a fantastic draw. The only other issue here so I'm just thinking if it's worth it. We do have this other. I think I want to get to another. Do I just use my other strands here? That's the question. So I could attack with everything. Do I crack a clue first? And then try and get another Squadron Hawk out. If I attack with everything, I do need to add to this board. Rally's pretty good as well. Yeah, look, let's just draw first. Okay. I mean, I wish we had more planes, but and this is first strike trample vigilance. So we can't swing with everything. Let's keep and they block 1. Just do it like this. They just probably block a lifelinker. These strands are huge though. I don't know why they took that, but that's okay. It's kind of annoying that we drew the informant and the strands in that different order. Yeah, it's a good one. Questions, do they attack with both though? Why would you attack with both? I don't get that. Alright, well we'll just cast this, tapping this. green because they're both green. Nothing happens. And then, yeah, if we draw a rally, they're dead. We've got a plains. So, yeah, if I attack... The problem is I just have to strands on my turn. So if I'm just going to attack and then I can strands again. Yeah, I think I'd still technically have them just dead anyway because I have double strands. So let's attack all creatures. You can block one. Just pass, and then they're on 2. So even if they draw a lifelink, then I can just do green here and then green again. But it would be very infuriating. They don't need to attack with both because that's the... Anyway, let's just strands again on green. They've F6'd. And then we have lethal. So... yeah. Alright, so sideboarding, bringing in that extra strands. Holy Light's interesting, but it's probably not that good. Palace Sentinels isn't that good either. I don't mind the lifelink. I like all the extra effects. I like even like my Thraben Charms, to be honest. I might just cut... Maybe the Informants aren't as good. I still like the Thraben Charms just to hit some random enchantments. Don't really like anything else here either. I got very lucky. Although the Informants, they do dig closer to get stuff. So maybe we'll cut... Maybe just a Screech. They are nice, but they are pretty slow. Arguments, I think, could be made for the Palace Sentinels here. Holy Light, and I think it's just a give or take. I think maybe on the play it might be good, but quite easily they can just go Boggle. We sadly can't keep this hand, which is not good. This hand is basically unplayable as well. Yeah. So sad they kept 7, which is a bit sad. This hand's... Alright, we have to go to 4. You know, these things happen. That's okay. So this is pretty good. So let's just bottom 1, 2, 3. We might quickly go to a game 3 here, but it is what it is. Glade Cover Scout's good. Okay, we've got veterans. I will definitely play the Squadron Hawk a bit earlier so we can thin our deck out with the Squadron Hawk so we're not drawing a lot of them. And that's the reason why I'm keeping the Thraben Charms, especially on the play. We can actually just sort out their mana, which is good. Ooh. Yeah, and if this is a lifelink, I think we just go to another game. No, okay, it's the game for 3. It's not the end of the world. Alright, let's just attack for 1, play the Hawk. And if we don't draw anything amazing, then we're in what they call bad news bear territory. Just think it was yield to this. Can you imagine clicking no to Squadron Hawk? Denying the Hawks? Jesus. There we go. Come to me. That's a wall of a giant armadillo cloak. Call it a day? Yeah, okay. Alright. So this is basically unbeatable here. It's so funny that its ability is it gains life, so it's not even lifelink. It's got trample, and let's just see what we draw. But we'll probably just go to a game 3. It's a shame those other hands didn't really work out for me. Yeah, that's all she wrote. We're not beating that. We probably needed like a Thraben Charm there or something like that. Journey to Nowhere is not good. I'm not going to bring in these Holy Lights. I don't think they're a good idea, especially not for this situation. I think we'll just run this back. Yes, let's just run this back. And pray we hit these strands. Alright, on the play, let's do this. Come on, hand. Oh, this hand's kind of crap. It can definitely get there, but it's kind of slow and grindy. I'm actually going to mulligan this. This hand's better. It's got the strands. We'll keep it. Ideally, we want to be going Veteran Hawk, and then the Fiends and Forms can get the other land. So I'm actually going to get rid of the Squadron Hawk here. Kind of feels bad, but I wanted to use all my mana pretty quickly. This hand's a lot better though. They kept 7. And I might just adjust this a little bit. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. Symmetrical. That's what you want. Alright, they played that. No, that's very good. Let's attack, see what they do. I'm probably just going to play the Squadron Hawk though. And then we can use a Raffine's Informant, and then we can just chain strands to the end of time. So we really do need to get a good clock going here though. Ideally, we want to get rid of, we don't want them to be having any Spirit Links. Alright, there we go. So yeah, definitely next time we're playing this Raffine's Informant, it's a bit more of a clock. But now I want land and Guardian's Pledge after this. And hopefully we can just establish our board a little bit more before we apply these Prismatic Strands, essentially. Or if they do have the lifelink, then we can just Raven Charm them. Alright, they got their White Source. It's probably going to look like a Ethereal Armor. It has to be an Ethereal Armor here, otherwise they can't really attack. Rancor. Well, I would snap off a block here, so they can't really attack with this. Go on, attack. Yes, yes. Yeah, let's play this. Let's. I am just going to play the Informant first because we might hit a Battle Screech, and I want to discard that over something else. Gain life. Yeah. So that's why I'm very smart and thin here. So I'll discard the Battle Screech. Let's play the Battle Screech. I'm joking. I'm not smart and or thin. But even though we cut a bunch of Screeches, or we cut one Screech, that there was still that small percentage chance. And sometimes it's important just to play your cards, but till after. Everyone says, oh, you should do it always after combat to provide less information. But depending on what deck you have those random things where it does matter. Exhibit A. Ram 3. It's a good one. But unless you have an Ethereal Armor, which I would have played first, so it probably would have meant you would need to draw it. Ram 3 is interesting. That's the thing with the Bogles. I feel like Bogles is a good deck, but you just can live and die by it, which is an issue for the deck. Let's just jam. What can I say? Just get in there. Bit sad we haven't gotten a land. Would have been nice, but we'll play this Skyfisher, and also we can very well die if we don't draw another land because we need to start doing these strands soon. All right, they're a little bit flooded, but again, they would have jammed a cloak there, so I don't really know. All right, Rumble's good. Rumble is very good. What are they revealing? Alright, so they get a cloak. That's not good for us. So they get one hit with the cloak. They're on 5. Yep. I mean, I would play the cloak as well. So we really need to draw a land here, otherwise we're just going to fall behind because we're just nullifying what they've done to us. And playing a Squadron Hawk is not going to be good for us. Another reason why the rally would have been good here because we could have blocked and tapped. All right. Well, look, that's better than nothing. So let's just do this. Get a land, play the land. Now the real question is, round 3 is an instant, isn't it? Yeah, I can't really afford just to do blocks. So let's just get in and attack wise. Nullify what they just did. And watch them kill us. No. No, they definitely are flooded. But, they could just have... Okay, that's good. That's a good one. They're definitely on the cards to win this game now. I mean, they could keep playing Ethereal Armors. Okay, alright, okay. So these strands hopefully will just get us there. We really don't want them to have a Sentinel's Eyes. That gets them there. So yeah, they got up to 26, which is just bad news bear for us. Absolute bad news bear. These creatures are terrible. Let's just attack. And then I think over this next turn or two, I need to think about they're on 38. Oh, it's double life triggers. All right, they might just have us here because of that. Yeah, I mean, we can strands, and then we can strands again, and then, we might be able to get there. We probably need to draw a Guardian's Pledge, though, really. That's crazy, though. And that's the thing as well, round 3 deals damage, so they can sort of gain the double instances of life, so they can probably just kill us like that. So probably should have done it in response to the cloak. In case I wanted to ram through like our Skyfisher. And now I probably have to keep back 2 creatures, essentially. Yeah, I think I need some very specific stuff to go right to actually win this game now. This makes you think they have a ram through, which is a bit scary. So I got 2, 4, 6. So I need to draw an Anthem effect. What are they playing? Okay, just a Ledgewalker. And you're putting an armor on that. Yeah, so now we'll start losing creatures in other ways. Okay. Look, that's actually like a pretty good draw. So I could have just attacked with the flyers. They can't ram through here. Well, they don't have any cards in the hand. So this says this creature can't be blocked except by creatures with flying. So it still entails that... yeah, let's attack with all our flyers. And just on their upkeep, we will be using our strands before they draw. So we get through a ram through. And we'll flush back this Screech. And we still have 2 blockers. So that land was good. But really what we need now is essentially... yeah, let's use the strand. So again, using this because of ram through. 4, 8, 10. Green. Yeah, they may as well just play that. I mean, they probably shouldn't play their enchantments, to be honest. It's a close one. So if I draw a rally, it's excellent. If I draw... What else can I draw? A Guardian's Pledge. Choker Mog is good. Does that do it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. No, it doesn't do it. I mean, that's pretty good as well. Well, let's just run it back a couple turns in a row. I mean, a land would have been still better there. Still no reach, which is good. And yeah, we just strands on their turn. Turns out drawing 3 strands is good. It's a good strat to have. So now here, name this on green. If I draw a Guardian's Pledge, then I can win the game. I wonder if even if they draw a ram through, what we can do. Okay, got a land here. So let's attack. It gets close. It gets very, very close. Also, if they draw scatter shots, then we just die as well. That's an important thing to think about. Okay. And then, yeah, we want to flash this back now. They might have prevention here, maybe. Then hopefully we can just attack in the air with everything. And we have this other strands just in case in our hand. Yeah, very lucky. All right, we are on the play. That's good. Let's do this. This hand's close, but 2 lands is definitely what's needed, so we'll mull, sadly. This is very grim as well. Hand's absolutely excellent. But yeah, always mull here, especially on the play. We're only going to be drawing 1 card the following turn, so you can basically just spell the loss here, so we'll just keep at it. Wait for the opponent to choose if they want a mulligan. They mulligan, so I feel better about this. Let's mulligan. This hand is keepable. I'm going to bottom 1 land because we can basically operate off 2 lands. They mulligan. Okay, we'll keep this. Let's bottom this and this. The charm can be quite nice in a blowout, and we got these Raffine's Informants are good. Hopefully we can hit some virtual card advantage like the Prismatic Strands or the Battle's Screech. So they're essentially just drawing a card. They're just an they're just a 3/2 Elvish Visionary then. They mulligan to 4, so it's very rough for them. So it makes me kind of think that if that's the case, they might be playing the Spy combo or something, because normally they... let me turn off this stop here. Normally they mulligan until they can get a land, and that's the deck with very small land count. Okay. So if this is the case with the Spy combo, I mean, the Thraben Charm is good for the graveyard, but they normally have something to handle that. I'm just going to be... I have a feeling they are playing... you know what, I'm going to get rid of this Thraben Spectre. I know it's a bit sad to do that, but I'm thinking they still want to have this Informant, and depending on how they go with their lands and whatnot, they could technically be Elves. Yeah, so they are that Spy combo. And I think the Thraben Charm's good against this. Let's just attack first and see what they do, because then I might still charm this so they don't get all their extra mana. Yeah. They took that. Yeah, let's just play this Informant. I probably should have waited just in case if we hit. See, the planes doesn't matter too much. I don't want another planes either. I want these 2 cards. Let's just get rid of this. So I guess I could have kept the Thraben Inspector around potentially for that extra land if we were to draw it. Alas, this is what you get from me instead. Okay, so they are just playing all their walls out. That's good stuff. And they're getting rid of Tinderwall as well. Okay. I'm pretty sure if this is how their deck kind of works, where is their wall combo? I mean, how good that there's a deck that's just like literally wall combo. So my issue with this is that it's quite big. Yeah, so they can kind of go infinite with the mana, potentially. I'm honestly into just... They had their turn 3, and they didn't do a... What else did they reveal off this? Yes, they've got a Caretaker. Their mana will be fairly fine. They're going to be getting lots of extra stuff. So they're pretty close to infinite mana, especially with that. So I know this feels so bad, but I might just kill this and get in for 2. Let's just do that. Let's attack with both. And they can choose not to attack. And then we can just do the Choco next turn and then Guardian's Pledge after that. Yeah, let's just kill this. It's really going to get a lot of mana. At least now they can only really have 2 mana to work with. But it is an uphill battle. That Thraben Charm looks real good here. But I didn't know I was going to draw the Choco either. So do with that what you will. Important things for their sideboard as well is that they can run the I can't imagine them wanting to run like things like Suffocating Fumes. They can, but they've got Scattershot Archers, so I probably want to cut down on some Screeches. Okay. I mean, this honestly feels like a rough matchup because I'm like, everything's an 0-4 and I got lots of ground creatures. All right, there it is. You got to return a forest and play a forest. Yep. Yeah. So, I mean, none of them can block anything just yet. Let's just play the Choco and then attack with everything. I can't imagine them wanting to block with their Green Ranger. It's pretty good. Did they end up taking the Ent? I'm just querying why they didn't just grab a forest first, but that's okay. So yeah, definitely what they did with the Mulligan. Okay, so this might just be lethal here now. If they can just get the blue source, nothing much else I can do about it. They got 4 mana from that, and then they can cast that silly spell that you should really put into your hand and shuffle. I mean, this looks like we're pretty dead here. And that's okay, because sometimes we're not good against combo decks. Yeah, so Axebane is the one that is any mana. So if you put Free from the Real with that, and then it can just go to town. Okay, so got the End. I mean, that's just a dreadful draw. So here I'm just thinking about how I win this game. The End's important. We could have just attack. They block probably their Fiend's Informant. But if they're blocking with everything else, I mean, they can also, tap. So they can relatively gain 11 life. And what if 2 get through, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it's not lethal. They're definitely going to block, and they might block with something else as well. Let's play this one. I think the writing's on the wall though, sadly. Let's pass and just fade a Thraben Charm. Like, pretend to have a Thraben Charm. I mean, if they really thought about it, they'd probably think I don't have a Thread Charm because I'd probably just hit the Generous End or something like that, but alas. So you bring stuff against this deck. I definitely will F6 here as well, just to go to the end step. And if they have a free from the real, then we're pretty dead. Pretty dead. Another Axebane. There's just like infinite mana. My Cybor's not really made for this deck in mind. We're just probably bringing in the Journey to Nowheres. The Prismatic Strands don't really matter because they have the infinite damage. So I'll probably cut the strands. Yeah, his will just... Okay. Yeah, and this Transmutant gets freed from the rule anyway. I'll play it out so you can see the combo. But yeah, essentially you have infinite mana now. Yep, and then they just... So maybe it was correct to attack to potentially get rid of their... Yeah, and then we're dead here. Yeah. Maybe it was just correct to attack to drop their defender account. They revealed their hand with the forest, so they just got there. Journeys come in. Strands kind of don't do anything. I mean, it stops the scatter shots, I guess. But we're going to just try and get rid of those anyway. Scatter shots are 1/2s, which is very annoying. I am just going to check their list. And yeah, because they're mostly wolves, their toughness is just huge. So nothing really matters in the way of bringing in Holy Lights. Getting to 4 is a bit rough. I think I'm just cutting 2 strands. Might be good to have one, maybe, as a fog, just to get around, like... You know what? I'm actually going to bring in this instead. Reason being is we might be able to attack and then just... I know it's absolutely insane. But I think it's better than the strands. Maybe. Well, I think, honestly, it's all like moderate. It doesn't really matter. I don't really want any of it. Yeah, we'll keep this. I think we'll probably bottom a land here. We'll just never draw a land in our lives. And we'll play... Let's start with Thraven Inspector. The life gain doesn't really matter too much. And then I want to be able to call Skyfisher and bounce it. The reason I'm bringing in the Holy Lights is it hits in some creatures. I think it just has a little bit of functionality. I still don't want to really draw all the strands out of my entire deck. So that's not too bad. But I think it might slightly be worth it. Because you can attack with your creatures, and depending on Lord effects, like with the summon and whatnot, you could actually like potentially cause a blowout where they don't block with a bunch of their walls or whatever. And it also just hits like Quirion Ranger and stuff like that. All right, there is the Overgrown Battlement. Can we get a land? No, that is not a land dealer. All right, we'll attack here. We'll just play our creatures out. They don't do much though. There could be an argument to actually play the Clue token. But I think this match will relatively be a wash. They just can block everything under the sun and then just go for gold. There it is, the mighty Axebane Guardian. Damn. We'll just attack with everything and then watch them not block because they'll probably be scared of something. Can they just print like Honor the Pure? Is that so hard? Yeah. So they're a little bit scared. All right. I mean, Journey's good, so we can hit this Axebane. But yeah, if they just do the free from the rule here, we're in Bad News Bear territory. Yeah, okay. So they obviously have it here. I wonder if it's even worth it just to fire off. See, the Holy Light doesn't really matter here either. Like, do you know what I mean? We'll just F6, see what they do. Maybe this is something I need to be a lot more aware of as well, maybe. Coming into these leagues. So they're just min-maxing their mana for their turn before they play the free from the real, which I think they have in their hand. It looks like it. I will just wait to see if they have an infinite piece with it. So they're transmuting, they'll do the free from the real, and then they can do all that nonsense. Yep, you do your thing. Just show me your win con. That's not win con. Just show me the win con. Okay, and that's the defender. I mean, the thing that has transmute, right? It's defender with transmute, and then that gets the what's it called? Yeah, just the 3 mana. You can transmute. Yeah, done. There you go. Good job. This was like a pretty sloppy hand, to be honest. We were on the draw. I mean, I do have turn 1 and turn 2 plays. What's the strands really do? It's just like a couple games where like this might not really pay off. Like if it's control or anything like that, it's really only good against burn. So I'm gonna mulligan. This hand's a lot better. We'll keep our creatures. We'll just bottom a charm. I like it because they're basically all. Okay, so we're playing against Jund. So it was definitely a good call to drop that hand because the Lunak veterans are actual dreadful. Could be Grixis as well. I am just going to play these out first because they, may as well gain a bunch of life. We're not going to be cracking the clues straight away. I'll go Veteran Inspector after that. This is not a great hand though either. I haven't had a good time against Jund in general. I think sometimes you can kind of get there with Dust to Dust. Like if I was on the play here and Dust to Dusting their 2 lands, it's great for us. So the Squadron Hawk's good. They can Familiar next turn, but I'm happy just playing everything else. So let's just attack for 1. I'll play the Veteran out. Again, it's probably one of our worst cards. And it just dies to a Shaman as well. Let's just play one of these. So yeah, there could have been an argument for just playing the Squadron Hawk out. Doesn't die to Shaman. Having that out, and then they're having all their refurbished familiars isn't dreadful either. Hopefully they just go like Wildfire, some other crap, honestly. Spellbomb and what? Wellspring. So just drawing cards. It looks like they're going to be getting to their 4th land drop as well. Hopefully we just draw a land here and we can just go Inspector Hawk. Hopefully just dodge Shaman. I mean, that's good. I think what I will do is, I'll attack. I'll play a Core Skyfisher, pick up a land, play the Inspector, and then hopefully... We're just chilling or something, and then hopefully we just draw something good. But yeah, the only games I feel like I've won against Jund is either I've just gone very, very fast. Like if they go Chrysalis on their turn, it's just like, okay, cool, I can kill that. But if they go, if they go Shaman here, then it's just like, what do you do? They will have to sack 2 artifacts to do the Shaman. This life doesn't really matter. These veterans will come out. In that case, Chrysalis, it's a good play. Very good play. All right, so they play the Chrysalis, and then what do they do with the colorless? So we've got 3 cards left. What could they be? Yeah, so we're just going to kill this and just pray to the magic gods that they don't have a great follow-up. The Blood Fountains are great as well for them. But even just having a land would have been great here. Yeah, they're just blocking those. They're just going through their blood tokens. they're probably looking for a follow-up or just the Goblin Shaman. This, like, my clock's not that fast either. So really what I need to draw is like land, rally. I mean, that's a good sign if they're playing that. It means they're probably just trying to Blood Fountain. Unless they just play a Shaman here when it's just really bad news bear then. Okay, so rally is a great draw. So they're actually 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. They're not dead. Let's attack. They likely have like a cast down here or something like that. They can Blood Fountain, they bring the Chrysalis back. Maybe it was correct to actually just use the rally, but I think I want to use the rally in a way where my stuff will live. I have a snowflake's chance of surviving here if I play my cards in a somewhat specific way. That's why the rally is good as well. Like, sometimes the land count just... We're running like 19 lands, mostly 1-drops, ways to cycle. It's a fine amount to run. Interesting that they're cycling that versus... okay, not just using the Blood Fountain to get the Chrysalis back. That scares me because it makes me think they have something else to play. Alright, so they're just playing another Chrysalis. But if they did the Fountain instead, then they would have... Oh, they only have 1 green source anyway. Okay. Well, we're just going to get rid of one of these Hawks, aren't we? Yep, sorry, Hawks. So there's a bit of installation as well, which is nice. Alright, so push is not legal in this format, which is great. I think what we want to do is... Do I just want to play another Hawk? Or do I play 2 creatures? I think I want to play another Hawk. Nah, let's just... Sorry, let's play creature. Because this Chrysalis is just going to be blocking stuff anyway. Yeah, we'll play that. And also, people playing all your cards beforehand, people can be like, well, what the hell is the point of this? Like, you know, we're playing against a new player or whatever. It can sometimes play into what we want to do here. So we're going to attack with everything and just pray to the magic gods that they do like a terrible block. And then he's hoping they're going to get 1 card left. Yeah, and they get a 2. So I could drop them here. Maybe it was correct to rally last turn then. Be on 2 less. So do this. They lose that. They lose that. I lose that. I lose that. Again for 2. And then next turn, they do lose. Oh, they can Blood Fountain though. Yeah. I still think it's correct to do it this way anyway. We might be able to sneak in with something. They might have us here still, which is a bit sad. And they're right to do the blocks like that. Well, they didn't Blood Fountain, which is great for us there. That's really, really good they did that. Because now we just need 2 of our creatures to touch. So if they have 4, yeah, then 2 can touch that way. Right, they play land, and then what else do they have? So they could have Blood Fountain. Oh no, Blood Fountain's 4 mana. Why do I think it's 3 mana? Maybe it's just too busted for a common. Oh, they're just playing another Chrysalis. Just raw dog on a Chrysalis. How good. Kind of unlucky for them not to play a Shaman or something here, really. Oh, a Pulse? Jesus Christ. Alright, 7 land Pulse. It's good. Let's just hope this rally's enough, eh? Can I draw 2 rallies? That'll be extra cool. Alright, let's play a Squadron Hawk. And let's get in with everything, I say. Yep, gain a billion life. No. Alright, so this may have worked out, maybe. I think this has a good chance of working out, but you know. This is why I'm liking this free spell with the rally. Cast doing a creature. Alright, that's 10. That's 10, baby. Removal spell. That does it. Okay, so they're trying to get one now. You have one draw to do it. Come on. Brick. 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 Do I get it? Let's go. All right. That was very, very lucky. Very lucky of us. So let's bring in these journeys so we can actually kill these Wrathing Chrysalis. Holy Lights aren't that good. Strands are good against these damn Goblin Shamans. Let's remove these Lunark Veterans. They are dreadful. I like the squads. What else do I want to get rid of here? Probably some of these Screeches. We're bringing a lot of heavy stuff here. And they also have... they're also running... just enough spell bomb stuff, so we're not really getting all the extra good stuff out of it. What else am I cutting? I do want to keep the charms in. That can be good. Even exiling the graveyard. Skyfish is good. I want to keep in the Choco Mug. I think that's going to be good as well. I want to keep some 1-drops in as well. It's looking probably around the 2-drop side. Maybe it is... Hear me out here. It might kind of be worth it to... not run the full strands because they're actually running the rallies, and from what I gather, a lot of these Jund decks aren't actually running as many breath weapons anymore, and the rallies do the same job as that. They're running a couple toxin analysis as well. The Guardian's Pledges are still important. These rallies are important. I really want to cut the Chocos. And we got lots of 3-drops anyway. Look, I'm going to do 3 strands. It might not be correct either, but I feel we're quite bulking the 3-drops anyway. And the strands I want for specific other decks. When we have other things against the breath weapons, we got the rallies that do the job. So this hand's good. They mulligan to 6, which is quite unlikely for their deck because they normally have good fixing. Lots of ways to get their mana sorted with their Cleansing Wildfire and stuff. So they mull to 5. That's rough. I mean, watch them just absolutely kick my ass. Watch them do it. Okay, tap land. So my best draw, I think, with the mulligan from them is probably if we draw Dust to Dust, land Dust to Dust. So I'm inclined to play... This is Cleansing Wildfire. Yeah. I mean, what a great way to just build up from the mulligans here. Interesting that's what they did. We won't do this Eagle yet. Might even just do this for Fiend's Informant first. This Squadron Hawk. We're just going to be discarding them anyway. And I can discard the strands in the bin. Yeah, let's just get rid of the strands. Now we've got a 3-2. Sort out this bloody Exile, eh? I mean, my graveyard really can just chill over there, to be honest. So they don't have a green source for their precious Chrysalis. Oh, what's their hand, dog? Alright, let's just attack. It's a bit sad that we drew this Squadron Hawk. I am going to Eagles and then play this other Informant. What's this? Just cast down? Yeah, seems fair enough. And they're probably going to be getting their green source now. So let's, cycle this. Get a Plains. Yoink. Land. And hopefully we just draw Plains next turn. But yeah, 100% just getting rid of one of these Squadron Hawks. They would normally come in 4 anyway. So they've got 2 cards in hand. There's their forest. All right, let's see if they hit a Chrysalis, eh? Them just bringing in Weather the Storm's pretty gross. Not much from them. So I think we're just going to attack here, and let's just... I think we just play to the board. Just put 2 more Hawks in play, really. Oh, they do have Breath Weapon, I guess. I'm just going to cast down that. Look, if that's what they're doing with that, I'm inclined just to play 2 Hawks, and we can do a summon next turn. If we draw an extra land, we can go summon, kill something else. I just think their hand's probably not the greatest. The one thing wrong with these Hawk decks is that you sometimes, like, you know, draw the extra copy as we did before, and it just makes you a bit sad inside, you know? No, sorry, I'm not going to use the ability. All the Hawks are in my hand, on the battlefield, or in the graveyard. Alright, so they're getting rid of our Prismatic Strands here. I mean, our current setup's good. Alright, so they're playing Chrysalis here. I'm quite inclined to actually use our Thraben Charm first. So I might just go Hawk, Charm the Chrysalis. No, I won't use its ability, because at least we can kill this straight off the bat. We'll deal 6 to it. They've got 2 cards in hand, so hopefully they don't draw a Blood Fountain or something. Oh yeah, if they do, then they could just crack it straight off. All right, here's our build your own Delver of Secrets. Look at this stuff. This is the stuff of legends right here. Please don't play Wildfire. You can draw a Goblin if you want. I don't really care if you draw a Goblin. Alright. Now, that's not very good. So it's probably correct to play. They've got 2 cards in hand. If I get rid of 2 lands, so I'm just thinking about this, they can still play Chrysalis. They can still play a Familiar. Well, they can play most things. I don't think a Nyx Point really matters too much, and we can answer their threats anyway. I'm going to play this. 2 cards in hand make me think they have something like the Goblin Shaman, which they would have played. So it's probably just maybe more cast downs versus Breath Weapons. If I was them, I'd probably use the Breath Weapons here, though. Alright, so they don't have Breath Weapon if they're letting these attacks in. Yeah, and that's why the Choco is good here, because it's still part of the effect of the card, so you still get the Anthem effect. And that's what I mean, this whole deck, everything kind of plays its part. So let's attack, and then we'll get rid of... I think we just get rid of 2 of their lands. It makes the Nyx-Spawn Hydras worse and stuff. Just a bit sad that it's not that good. We just have so many removal spells so we can use for other stuff. Yeah, you got a pulse here or something? Looks like a pulse. Dog, there's no point tapping your lands if you're not going to do anything with them. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay. So an Anthem effect will just be Goulet, Guardian's Pledge. I am going to play this first and crack it, because just hitting something busted will be good. They're kind of shown that they don't have a Breath Weapon either. Okay, another land. I'm going to keep... I don't really want any more lands, so I'm going to keep this in case they draw a Familiar and cast it, and I can discard this Plains and still kill it. Their best draw is a Breath Weapon, though, essentially. Alright, that's good. Them drawing a tap land. It's been a rough hand for them, really. They've been through almost a quarter of their deck. Again, I'm going to play this just in case if we hit a Guardian's Pledge. Okay, we have... I am just going to... You know what? We'll get rid of this Plains. Alright, let's attack. So I'm actually not going to use this Guardian's Pledge. I know it's crazy, but we just insta lose the game if they actually do a Breath Weapon there. If they play a Shaman, if they play anything else, it doesn't really kill everything. So yeah, they're playing this, which is fine. But yeah, they're still dead to the Hawks in the air here. So they can kill our creatures. Yeah, so let's just attack with the Flyers. I could have played a removal spell on the Shaman or something like that, but we want to keep the Anthems up. So what's this? It's each creature without flying though. That's the hidden mode. What's this? Well, let's just. Oh, sorry. Let's just let the one happen. Yeah, I think, and then they realize that it doesn't hit the Flyers? And then everything else still dies. Just have a pulse or something like that. Yeah, that was weird. All right, next one. All right, we're back. This hand is kind of not that great. It's quite land heavy. It does play the Screech. Some people might actually keep this hand, but they mold, and we might hit something a little bit better. Just going Veteran into Skyfisher, into maybe a Screech. You know what? I'm going to keep this hand. But yeah, it's probably not the greatest hand. But I think it's just probably important to see what they look like. But generally, if I think I was in a tournament, I'll probably mull here. Again, we don't have all the information, but it's just not a very powerful hand. It's only really good against Burn here. So the mulligan to 5. So again, this makes me think if people are mulliganing all the time, they're playing this damn Spy combo versus the wall combo. All right, so they decided to mulligan to 5 and they kept their hand. This makes me think it is the Spy combo. So this is why I wanted to maybe mulligan here. You can see just this is a very crap hand now. Drawing that 5th land. Yeah, so this still could be walls. I'm leaning towards there's just been so much Spy combo kicking around, really. It's probably that. So I think our best draw here, really, we probably just want some Raffine's Informants to get rid of these lands. Yeah, it's not really much else. So we're playing against Wolves again, sadly. So not a great matchup. We will attack to see what they do here. Sometimes you can put the Fear of God into them. Go on. Take the one. Take the one. Oh, they blocked. I made them think about it, though. That's okay. All right, so here we just play the Skyfisher, pick up the Veteran. But yeah, very not good here. Like, our draw is just very slow. So that's what I mean. This is good against Burn, but outside of that, it's crap. So a Mull, I think really the best cards in this matchup is going to be just Charms to kill the over embattlements versus the X-Bane Guardians. Oh, this actually might be no. This is probably just this will tell us what it is anyway. Go on, drop the list. Okay, so this is the Lotleth version. So there is like a way in some far off world that we can actually we essentially have to gain I'm pretty sure it's 36 life. Sorry, that's what I'm thinking about in my brain. Which is maybe potentially possible with extra veterans, but we only have 1 veteran, so it's a pretty steep order. I'm just thinking about what the best way. The Skyfish is going to get in with damage. Next turn I want to Battle Screech though. Battle Screech is probably better. Let's just play this for the gain life, and then we will play Battle Screech, flashback Battle Screech. Yeah. I think this version's easier to win against, though. Interesting. Another wall of roots. 4-5. Oh, they're just spying now. Bloody hell. Didn't they run... Maybe they're just dropping everything. Yeah, because they just hit a land. Yeah, they've got 32 creatures. Oh, they run 2 giants, do they? Okay, cool. Well, that's going to do it. So, now this is where the interesting stuff comes in. So, unlike the other version where they used the aura to do it, this time around, we actually have... So, just looking at their deck as well. Running Masked Vandals. Okay. So, their deck, this little light of mine here, that we will let shine. It's a good one. I think the journeys are still good to hit their... Well, are they even that good? They can get hit by the Masked Vandals. Maybe not. It can slow them a little bit. It can take their mana away. I'm honestly not sure if it's just getting rid of these... Oh, the screeches are good as well. What do I want to cut? 1-drops are kind of cringe. Everything's kind of cringe. Skyfishes are good. Maybe what I'm doing is cutting down... Sorry, Chokers, you're going away. Prismatic Strands do the job, but they just run... They can just run Flaring Pain. Which is the problem. I'm just going to check their sideboard very quickly, just to see what we need to do here. So we make an informed decision. It's crazy doing that. Yeah, they just run the same kind of stuff. So they got Weather, Mesmeric Fiends, and 1 Flaring Pain. So they can bring the Scatter Shot. So you know what? I am going to... No, yeah, so I'll cut 1 Plains. Hell, should I just cut all the Screeches? Is that too crazy? Yeah, the Scatter Shot's annoying. So we do need the Journeys. I don't think I want all the Strands. I want the Rallies. Let's cut 1 Inspector because we're bringing extra 1-drops. Let's do it like that. I wouldn't mind 1 or 2 Screeches because we might be able to get lots of life gain. The Choker just feels like it's going to run into problems. This isn't very good because it's technically a mulligan with the Squadron Hawk. This is a good hand with the Martyr. Do they run? No, they do not run removal spells. So we might go... We'll keep this. What are we bottoming here? Not the Squadron Hawk. Skyfish is good. I think it's probably the Inspector, to be honest. We're playing these other spells. Let's play this Martyr. I don't think they're running. It's probably cast down anyway. And then if we draw another Plains, then I'm going to go with Fiend's Informant. Or Skyfisher. All right. So if I play this, yeah, let's play the Hawk. Let's just play the Hawk. Yes, there's 17. 1, 2, 2, 3. Because yeah, this is 6, 7. It goes to 21. So they could just have a removal spell here. But this, like, also, yeah. So let's crack this now, because it's not going to get better than this. and gain 21 life. Oh, sorry, 18 life, which is still the best we can do here. And let's play... Well, let's attack first, and then we'll... I mean, probably this, like... You know what? The Fiend's Informants might get us into something a bit nicer, like a Strands or something like that. So I am going to get rid of one of these Hawks. Again, this is the virtual card advantage. They might not really want to block either. But just looking at what they have, it's going to be... I mean, that's the other thing as well. They can actually just drop me down to a level where their spells actually do something. Sorry, this might be a long haul game. Apologies. I want to save that for the things that matter. Let's do an Informant again and just see what we draw. Planes. I wouldn't mind the planes actually. Let's get rid of another Squadron Hawk. Let's attack. And let's just play another Hawk. Yeah. You scare them with the random free rally spells, which is nice. No, we won't do that. Wish Misfoul Planes was a common. So they can still kill us with the Trolls and the Ents. So we still need to draw our Anthem spells to win this game. But that's why we have Thraben Charm. Thraben Charm kills things, which is good. Yeah, so they play the Ent here. We can kill it. And then we just crack in with everything. Yeah. Do I Informant first? You know what? Let's Informant first, because I might just want to get rid of this Plains here. Yeah, and then let's cast, deal a bajillion damage to this Ent. And let's crack in with the team. It's a nice little squadron that we have here, you know? Boom, boom. Yep, just gaining life. That's good. So keeping this Plains, hopefully, I mean, we'll attack with everything and then we'll just bounce and return this for Fiend's Informant. And hopefully draw something. So they might put their 3/3 in here, the flyer. That's pretty good. And then I can only really attack with one Informant. Oh, there's so many cards. So many cards in the hand. Ay, ay, ay. I'm sorry, this is going to be such a long game. Apologies. Just playing a giant. I mean, it is just a 6/5, isn't it, really? Oh, the Eagles is interesting. Look, I'm kind of into it as an Anthem effect, though. So let's... let's attack with the Flyers. Yeah, this is just Undergrowth. And then let's play... Let's just play the Core Skyfisher, pick up a Squadron Hawk so we have the Vigilance. Because, yeah, if we draw a land, then we're back in business. And also we might just draw... No, we can't do that, sorry. Let's see what they do. I mean, we have to kill that giant because... Yeah, they run 39 creatures, and they got 4 creatures in play. So we will kill this. We'll block it with these 2. They don't really run removal spells. How many Dread Returns? They run 2 Dread Returns. Why is it in exile? Oh, they just cast it, did they? My bad. That's okay. Yeah, let's just kill it. I mean, I'll be playing their 3/3 flyers. That's freaking nuts. Turn of auto yields. Alright, see, it's a bit sad that we have to cycle this now. For the idyllic range. Very sad. But you gotta do what you gotta do in this world. And this is playing there. Alright, they're doing a spy. Does it still kill me? Unless the last card is a land. 45 creatures. So yes, it was 33 creatures. Oh, yes, 36 and then 35. So that still doesn't kill me, but it's probably still worth to do, right? Like it just... You got 2 draw returns? Is everything that like drains life or something? Is that what you're doing to me? What's in your bin? Well, it's a complete fair cop if they just wreck me in this. It's fine. Yeah, they've got 2 draw returns. So they can sack 1. Oh, they just double giant me. That makes sense. And they can sack it and target. That's why they run the 2, isn't it? Just looking. Alright, yeah, they got the giant and another creature. Okay, you got it. GG. So I guess the Martyr plan doesn't really work. The Strands kind of does, though. Look, we've been doing not too badly, but the issue has been we've been playing against a lot of these silly... We'll keep this because we have a way to get into Screech. It is a bit of a slow hand, though, as well. Wolves have just been kicking around, and we haven't been able to beat that, really. Oh, we're playing against it again. Oh, this deck wasn't made against this deck. Well, look, as far as things go, maybe we can get a quick game with this. Yep. So we're just playing against the exact same deck. Let's just spin the Battle Screech. There's no snowflake's chance in hell we're playing that out. And hopefully we just draw some extra creatures. Okay, Informant's good. Let's attack first. I should have played the planes first, actually, before I attacked. Just scared them into thinking, oh, what can they do? Oh, no, I didn't attack because I wanted to Screech. Oh, no. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. That's okay. That's all right. Look, let's just get rid of planes. We'll play... Yeah. It's all swings and roundabouts, really, when you think about it. Know where these cards are getting in next turn. So probably the only way we actually win this game is just by going hard. Hard with removal and just try and kill them as quick as possible. So let's crack this first. Okay. So I'm going to pick up a planes though. No, I'll pick up the Thraben Inspector. So what do I want to do? I want to attack with this Rafine's Informant, and then I can... I can't, can I? If I want to pick up the Thraben Inspector... 3 damage is pretty legit, though. I missed out on a clue, though. I was thinking if it's better to do the planes or not. If I play the Cool Sky Fisher, tap 3 creatures... Man, I wish Battle Screech was an instant. 3, otherwise I do what the 1/2. All these flies out is pretty crucial. I need to draw a creature essentially on top of all of this, which is bad news bear. So we drop them to 14. You know what? I think it's correct to do it this way. Let's attack. I think 3 damage is just too good not to pass up. And then let's play the Skyfisher. Let's just pick up a land. Let's flash back this Screech. And then hopefully we just draw a 1-drop. And we're probably just not attacking with this Favorite Inspector. And then we're just going to play all our Anthem effects. And that's how we're winning this game. There's really no other way we're going to win this game. I need 3 creatures out. Maybe I'm bringing back Sunlance. That's good. What else are you playing? So I'm just going to jam with everything next turn, and hopefully that's enough. Don't play Spy. No. So I couldn't do anything against this anyway. But they run like... So they can technically whiff and get a land. Okay, that's 18 lands, 18 creatures. So it's actually not enough to kill me. So that's what I mean. So it's not exactly lethal if they get their 5th land. Does it go on the bin, the 5th land? Okay, this will probably do the trick. No. Get wrecked. You know what? I deserve this win. I've worked so hard my whole life. Yeah. And I'm just going to raw dog it like this. Tap this. Yeah. Get wrecked. Okay. That was a bit of luck involved there. I'm not gonna bring in this Martyr of Sands. I think I learnt my lesson. Let's bring in the Strands. Let's keep fairly streamlined. I think they do have the scatter shots though, so we will cut some of this. Oh, the Screeches are good though as well. You know what? Let's keep 2 Screeches. If we're cutting the extra Screeches actually, yeah. Let's cut 1 and then we'll cut a land because we don't need as many when we're running, if we're cutting so many Screeches. All right, we're on the draw here. Again, I just want a very fast hand. This isn't very fast, but it's got the flyers in it. I might just keep this anyway. It's got the Strands, weirdly enough, so maybe they might feel like they can't kill us on turn 4. Who knows? I think I still need to work out this matchup. I have a feeling it is maybe the... I didn't bring the Journeys, did I? No, I did. Yeah. It might very well be just hit everything, go hard. So that's good with the... I'm just going to do this now so I can F6. I don't really care about the other stuff. Let's just get a Plains. So we have all our mana. Let's yield until next end step. So I think what we're doing on this turn is we are just going to cast this Squadron Hawk and then discard this Screech. There's no point doing the Core Skyfisher here. What are you playing over there? Sure, you can do the Ent. All right. This bad boy comes in. Yes, please. So we've got 3/6. So I think we'll do it like 3 because I want to discard these Strands as well. They do run... let's discard this one and this one. Yeah. So let's just keep 1 Strands in our bin, in our hand. They do have the Fairy Macabre. I wonder what the correct play is with... Hopefully we draw a 1-drop for this Core Skyfisher. So they're running the Mesmeric Fiend. Yeah, I mean... Also just casting that as a 3-mana... As a 5-mana 3/3 is pretty good. Crazy how much of this... Well, they have... Yeah, just the general stuff. It's crazy how much power creeps happened. You know, they had those like Lay of the Lands where it was literally just gets a basic, and then it turns into this other random crap that we have today. So let's attack. Sadly, we're just going to play the Squadron Hawk. The Skyfish is not that good here. I do want to be able to double spell with the with the Skyfisher, so I'll probably Grange, put it on a bird, and then play the core Skyfisher, and then kind of take it from there. There might be also a set, because they have 39 creatures in their bin. I could just win this game keeping up Thraben Charm and Prismatic Strands, but really right now they need to be able to Fairy Macabre and step and do everything else. So next turn, what do I want to do? I actually might keep two planes untapped, because that might actually get me there. If I can attack with these creatures, I can keep up Thraben Charm, which I think is good. What else did they grab? So Quirion Ranger, Segu Wildling, and Mesmeric Fiend. I mean, they're all good cards. Do more cleanup. Yeah, so let's just put a counter on a Hawk. And then let's attack with the two Hawks. Very far from winning this game though. And let's play this Skyfisher. It makes me think if they have the Mesmeric Fiend, then they're probably going to be... I mean, they'll cast it and then they can do the Spy. Get rid of one. It doesn't really change the clock. Let's leave it as it is. All right, I didn't play Macabre here. All right. This is interesting. I mean, it enters the battlefield. I might just have to exile in response here, otherwise we lose it. Although, how many Mesmeric Fiends are they running? They're running the 4. I'm wondering if I just keep it in my hand. Like, they will exile it. I know this kind of ruins what I was doing before. You know what? I don't want them to dread return anything. Let's just exile their graveyard. And that's one less giant to worry about. It's not the best hit because they can just hit the strands here, but if I was them, I'd probably get the 3/3 as well and put it in play. Yeah, they grab the strands. It's such a weird game. I wonder if they brought in the Macabres. You kind of have to, otherwise the strands just sits in the bin, stopping them from doing anything. Yep, so you got heaps of mana. Guess they can use the Flaring Pain. That does it as well. What gate are they running? It's pretty weird that they're running a gate. Alright, they failed to find. Where's the basic here? Sorry, it's a basic, isn't it? I mean, I guess they're just playing Ent. Yeah, that's a good one. And we've got those 3/3s coming in as well soon. We do have that Battle Screech. You know, let's just add to the board here. We do need... We'll make this a 3/4. Who knows if that's the correct choice, but you got to do what you got to do. Yeah, it probably wasn't correct just to Thraben Charm the graveyard. Let's do this Battle Screech. Bing, bing, bing. I mean, if I draw a Lord effect, we're having a bloody laugh. Because it plays around the scatter shot as well. this is one other way of them just winning, is just playing just multiple ents, eh? That's how I lose the game. Multiple ents. I have so much life as well. That's why I wanted to do the counter as well, because of that. We just take 5 if they attack for 5. It's a good one. Yep, take it. I'm going to crack this clue first, just in case if I hit something like, okay. I might play the Skyfisher and just return this Thraben Inspector. Really, a way we're going to get back into this is, I think, just going mega wide. They obviously can't get around their strands. They haven't brought in the Macabre. These Ents aren't going to kill us anytime soon. We've brick ruled their other Ent. Their Segu Wildling. So this is going to be a long one. All right, there's a Troll. So they've had some great draws. If they're just drawing these, they can attack for 5. That's fine. All right, deck. Give me something good. Let's play this first. Let's just discard a Thraben Inspector, and we'll play these 2 more Inspectors. And then we can crack some clues. Yeah, I think we really just need to go wide. We'll gain a bunch of life. See how they go with trying to organize some blocks out of this. Dread Return is a bit of a bust here. Just bringing back these creatures. But yeah, they're on like relatively 25. I am probably going to concede them in a minute, unless we see something very specific. Yeah, they're just like for 5 every turn. I mean, they probably could hit with both, really. $13. All right, let's just crack. What do we hit? Well, let's just play the core Skyfisher. Let's pick up again the Thraben. And now we can probably block this Ent. Yep, you're gaining life. That's fine. Need some more bloody planes, mate. They're just mono life. I don't really see the point of just attacking when I'm going to lose 2 of my creatures every turn. Number 14. What? So it's not that good attacking with the Ent, because... So if I block... It's 5, isn't it? How big is this? It's a 6/5. If I block this with 3 fishes, come on, don't do that. Reset blockers. Okay, so block with this and this and a Squadron Hawk. I kind of want to use these Thraben Inspectors. I might just put... Let's just put a Thraben Inspector in front of this, so we just save a little bit of life. We'll take 6, that's fine. We just need to draw some, like a Guardian's Pledge or something. So you got... I'm honestly going to just play out my creatures, I think. I think it's probably the best way to use my mana here. Again, this strands in the bin is just saving our life, it looks like. Let me just play this Hawk. No cards left. This is just a funny game. So weird. No. If I attack, we lose a lot. So let's just pass. See, I feel like these blocks are good. Good for me. Just a bunch of giant creatures, eh? Sometimes that's all you need, you know? All right, now they're coming in for business. So if I block with flyers here, I got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I could draw an anthem effect. Oh, that's a 14. Take 4, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. If I draw an anthem, we're in business, but I don't think we are in business in that regard. Let's go to blocks. 3, 4, 5. I do want to keep one around though. I'm just thinking they're forcing us to block to some extent here. I think I put a Hawk in front of that, and then I need 4 more damage there. So if I put one of these, and then one of these, that's a pretty good trade though. Versus if I take that away, if I go 1, so 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's probably a good trade because they either go like this and this, yeah. And then for this little one over here, let's just do something like that. And then it's 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's kind of grim, isn't it? Maybe just block that with that. Yeah, and then that dies. Let's just do that. I know it feels like semi-grim, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, a lot happened there. I mean, I had a feeling they had the dread return, really. All right, if we draw something good, do they sack a bunch of walls and then just get their troll back? Probably not, because the generous end gains life. I've thought way too much about the blocks now. See, the Battle of Screech is good. I really expected them to bring in the scatter shots, though, but they haven't. All right, there's a wall. Come on, you just sack to get the troll back. Surely. Come on. Go on, do it. Do the raw. Damn, don't play another Ent, bro. Don't do it. Okay, alright, cool. Okay, that wasn't a good draw. Let's just hit a clue. Alright, double planes. I think this is probably all she wrote here. Let's crack another clue. Thraben Charm. Interesting. This Dread Return's really annoying though. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Fly's coming back. I just need a lot to go right. Let's just go to another game. I know like I could potentially win this game, but I think it's just not worth it. Not worth our time. I will draw a card though to see if it was worth our time. Come on. Show me the card. Look, it's not going to show us the card. Let's just go to sideboarding. It was just cooked. That whole kind of thing was cooked. They didn't weirdly bring in any scatter shots. I have a feeling they're bringing the macabres now. And I think it'll be a lot more of a quicker game now. I think we still run what we do here. I think the strands are still correct. We can still keep one in our hand. But I think we're winning this game by just going balls to the wall, kill you as fast as possible. So this hand's nice. I wouldn't mind one of these inspectors to being like a Rafine's informant, but that's okay. Legally, I was meant to play Thraben Inspector over the Novice Inspector, but you know, not enough police around. Who knows? Okay, informant was a good draw. Let's just attack. Let's play it, and we will just discard the strands. They can do their other shenanigans, because at least then they kind of need like the macabre and everything else to really go off. They got a couple turns anyway. So here we can play if we draw land, which we didn't. I'm actually just going to fire this off now. Oh. It's pretty good. You know what? We're all about slowing them down. So let's just try and do that. We'll get them for 4. And then next turn we can play the inspectors. And then summon Choco. There's Wall of Roots. Put a counter. No, don't put a counter on it. Okay. I'm going to play the informant because we want to try and get another basic. And then hopefully we get a basic and we discard this inspector. That's not as good as I hoped. Look, we will just get rid of one inspector. And let's attack. Get him for that sweet 1 damage. Because next turn we can still go Skyfisher, Inspector. And pick up the planes. Worst case scenario. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to pick up the clue token. And then so I can go Choco, attack with everything. Alright, looks like we maybe slowed them down a little bit. Got their swamp, play the swamp. What do we have? Alright, Wall of Roots. Okay. Land is good. I kind of want to play this summon now. Reason being is because then everything can kind of get in. I mean, they block there and then they block something else. But it really screws them up otherwise. Or I could play my other creatures. You know what? Let's just attack. And then we can do the summon next turn with the rally. It probably gets the most amount of damage in. This scares them still from the Guardian's Pledges. So they might not want to block with everything. Yeah, it'll feel pretty bad. I mean, 3's fine. And then hopefully they just don't have the Fairy Macabre into the Spy. And if they do, you know what? That's fine. It's just Magic the Gathering, really. Alright, that's our stuff. If you play Spy and kill us, then you play Spy and kill us. It's just part of the game. Okay, so you're seeking. So 4 lands. Again, if they play Spy here as well, I mean, unless they seek it again. Mesmeric Fiend. It's a good one. It looks like a Mesmeric Fiend, which is sad for us. Very sad. Winding Way. So they hit a Dread Return. Okay. So, I mean, we can do a lot of damage to them now. If they choose not to do anything else, Yep, 1, 2 mana. They might do another Winding Way, and they could red return something. Another Wall of Roots. And that's good. This is kind of a bust turn anyway. Okay. Let's play this. So would we have them dead if we attack with everything? If we attack with everything? Because I'm just thinking I might need to hold back the... Well, I guess we attack with everything, and then if we have lethal, then I can do it. So yeah, let's do that. Let's just attack with everything, and then worst case, I have my Choco up to do the extra damage. So they still have 3 green mana here. Yeah, that makes sense. That does. Okay, they're just blocking everything. Okay, and then you're taking 3. So no, it's not worth it to rally here. I'm going to hold this Plains in my hand. I don't know if it's correct, but they might have a Fiend ability. We'll talk about if it's creature, draw a card. That's a cool card. It's just preordained when you think about it. I mean, it's not exactly preordained, but it's still very good. Is that Lord of the Rings, is it? Yes. That's sick. It forces them to have a creature, otherwise you don't draw a card. But scrying 3, then maybe getting something specific is still good. They're bottomed. Wow, they revealed the Mystic. That's crazy. That's annoying because now they just hit R. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Think about what I'm going to do on my turn. Probably not attack with these inspectors anyway. Yeah, lead the Stampede. Alright, so they're not willing to part with anything specific. What am I doing? I mean, I just probably go land, cast the Rally, keep back in it, and Inspector. Oh. Okay, I'm probably just not playing these. Maybe I'll play 1 or 2. No, I'll attack with 1. That's what I will do. Eagles is interesting. Let's play... Oh no, sorry. I was meant to do a Grange there, I think. I'm just going to think this through really quickly. They can just mono block our ground creatures. So you got 5 blocks. This will get through. So I'm at least dealing 4. Might just attack with everything. No, let's attack with this. Keep back the 2 inspectors because they're not blocking too well anyway. And see what they do. They can't really not block the Raffine's Informants. Okay, they're blocking that. Maybe I should have blocked with them actually, because then Wall of Roots wouldn't being kept there. So I do this, so they're definitely dying. Mesmeric Fiend's coming down as well next turn, which is a bit sad. I think I'm still going to cast this for free, tapping a creature, and just killing everything else. And yeah, you know what? They take 4, that's fine. They go to 4. But yeah, I guess it was probably correct to... Well, no, I'm not even play the Idyllic Range. Probably just hard cast that. Probably attack with everything and hard cast that. But they could have just blocked everything then. And then... I guess I wouldn't have had enough creatures. So yeah, I probably should have. Alright, so they're having to play the 3-3 here, but they're pretty dead on board. Well, let's just crack this. So we have the Choco for a turn, cast. Let's kill this. I'm wondering if maybe they had like a fog effect for these or something. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, what, they block this, and take 3. Yeah, so they're dead. So we'll attack. We'll just keep 1 back. They block here, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe they have a gain life effect. You know what, I'll attack with everything because I can just strands on my turn if I want. But yeah, sorry, I was meant to ideally range there. But I don't have any more creatures. There we go. Thanks for watching.